Hello, my name is Melissa Vitale, and today I'll be sharing with you and presenting the sociological analysis of the Waldo Moment, a Black Mirror episode. My focus will be on the theory of technological determinism, the idea that technology doesn't just reflect society, it actively reshapes it. Over the next 10 to 15 minutes, I'll be explaining how the theory works, connected to Marshall McLuhan's media ideas, and show how the Waldo moment illustrates the power of technology to transform politics. At first glance, the Waldo moment looks like a satire about a foul-mouthed cartoon bear. But under the surface, it's a story about how media technology changes politics. Jamie, a struggling comedian, voices the bear, Waldo. At first, Waldo is just comic relief, but when he's pushed into a political campaign, Waldo becomes more popular than the real life human candidates. By the end, Waldo grows into a global political symbol that nobody can control. The progression highlights how media technology shifts politics away from substance and towards spectacle and entertainment. Now, onto the theory of technological determinism. Technological determinism is the theory that technology itself will drive social change. We often think of tools as neutral, but Marshall McLuhan argued the opposite. His famous phrase was, "The medium is the message." This means that what matters most is not the content we consume, but the form of the technology itself. For example, the printing press didn't just share information more rapidly, it reshaped religion and literacy. Radio wasn't just used as entertainment, it changed how leaders connected to people. And today, modern social media platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and everything in between doesn't just spread messages, they restructure politics itself. More on McLuhan. McLuhan also offered two ideas that help us better understand this. First, there's hot versus cool media. Hot media delivers high definition and requires very little participation, like movies, radios, photos, and sometimes even lectures. Cool media are low definition. They require that the audience participates, invites them to participate, and to fill in any of the gaps. Waldo is a cool medium. He doesn't just give policy or details, really. He provokes reactions that the audiences complete on their own end. And they complete that through laughter, frustration. Oftentimes, he invites them to um, actively participate in harassing other people for money or just for laughs and giggles. Secondly, McLuhan's idea of the global village. Media collapses space and time, connecting people instantly across borders. This is exactly what we see in the final moments of the episode, when Waldo becomes a global authoritarian symbol. Now, one of the scenes that stuck out to me the most was the hustings debate. Liam Monroe, one of the other candidates, um, is basically attacking Waldo's existence and presence at the debates, saying it debases the process of debates and smothers any meaningful discussion of the issue. He continues, he has nothing to offer and nothing to say. Prove me wrong. Speak, Waldo. This shows how Waldo's presence, merely being allowed to talk on this podium, changes politics into a spectacle. It changes into a form of entertainment for those watching. It actually invites more people to come watch for the sake of the entertaining part of it, not for the actual politics. Monroe can't compete because Waldo is untouchable. Policy arguments lose power when ridicule becomes the main form of debate. And that's a constant trend in this whole episode. Later, the producers explained that Waldo isn't powerful because of any real policies or personality. He works because he spreads as an idea. He spreads as a figure for the oppressed or those who feel like they don't have a platform to speak. This is technological determinism in action. Once media momentum takes over, it doesn't matter what Jamie wants or intends. The technology drives the process and everyone else adapts around it. This shows how once a medium gains traction, it pushes politics in directions its creators never planned or intended. Now, the most chilling scene at the end, once the credits are already playing, we see Jamie is now homeless. And while he's homeless, we see that Waldo's images are everywhere. They're towering on giant screens, on billboards, kind of similar to how we saw him originally in these vans with the side panels showcasing Waldo. We now see him on every single billboard. Here we see McLuhan's global village in dystopian form. Media can collapse borders or barriers, but in this case, rather than connecting the world, it actually spreads authoritarian control throughout the globe. This ending reminds us that once technology is unleashed, it grows far beyond its creator's control. The medium shapes society, regardless of the human intention or behavior behind the design. So a moment of reflection here. What does that really mean for us, the audience, the consumers? The Waldo moment forces us to realize that politics today already operate under the logic of spectacle. Viral memes, short clips, and sound bites dominate our attention far more than detailed political debates. We laugh, we share, and we participate. But in doing so, we are also complicit to actual change or actual political progression. The episodes reminds us that the audience behavior also reinforces the power of technology. In conclusion, the Waldo moment is not just satire about a cartoon bear. It's a warning about technological determinism in politics. The episode demonstrates McLuhan's insight that the medium is the message. Politics doesn't just use technology, it becomes technology. And as the global Waldo image shows, entertainment-driven media can reshape society in ways we may not be able to stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. I just want to leave with a last thought. To what extent are we already living in our Waldo moment, where entertainment and technology guides politics more than the human intention behind it? Would love to hear your guys' thoughts below. and I hope you all have a great rest of your night. Take care.